Okay, where was I? FOMO. So I really wanted to talk to everybody today about FOMOing. And the thing I see that happens all the time, over and over and over and over, is people are getting into too many trades. People keep trying to continually stay in a trade. And this is just not a healthy way to trade, right? If you're not a super home run trader, you don't have to be in a trade all the time. Now, when you watch me and you're watching me trade and you're seeing me make all these easy calls, yes, it looks easy. When you're doing it and you're trying to follow along with another TA person or someone else's TA, it's not as easy as it looks, right? When you're trying to follow our TA and we're not sitting here giving you directions 24 hours a day, it's just too hard, right? And listen, the way I trade is I'm always looking for the easy trade, right? I'm looking for the layup trade. I don't have to be in a trade 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Right? Right here, we had 4 days, almost 4 days of just super easy trading. We used the 12-hour chart. We used the 4-hour chart. It was just too easy to trade this whole swing here up, right? We had the golden crosses. This was easy. We had the 4-hour dump here. This was easy. We had the golden cross again. This was easy. And everybody feels that every trade needs to be simple. It needs to be easy, and it's not. It's really not. We're in a place where you shouldn't be in a trade unless you're in a short that you caught at the tippy top right here when I hit my target, right? You shouldn't be in a trade. There's just no reason to be in a trade right here. When I look at this situation where we're sitting right here on the 12-hour chart and on the daily chart, right? This is just a very neutral place to be, right? And a lot of people are FOMO'd into a position right here. You don't have to be. You don't have to be into a short. You don't have to be into a long. You don't have to be into a trade, right? Let me show you, if you were a smart trader and you literally just made smart trades, you could have made 5 trades since February, and almost every trade you would have made would have been positive. All you would have had to do was just play death crosses and golden crosses, and that's all you would have done, right? You would have played them as scalps. They're still scalps, but they're long-term scalps. You would have played this golden cross here and killed it, right? You would have played this golden cross here and killed it. You would have played this massive death cross here and killed it. You would have played this golden cross. You would have played this golden cross. You would have played this death cross. This is the only death cross you would have lost on. And you would have literally made 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 4. I don't think you would have had to make this because you still would have been in the trade. 4, we'll call this one 4, 5, 6, and 7. And you would have used a trailing stop loss for every one of these. Every one of these trades, you would have just set up a very simple trailing stop loss. And all you would have had to do was just sit there and wait. Right? This is the only one you would have got stomped out on. This is the only trade. You would have got into a short here. You would have been good for your short. You could have entered another short here. This would have been a tricky one right here because it's the only one that was kind of on the price. And if you did enter a short here, you would have got stomped out of this trade because definitely my stop loss would have been probably, your trailing stop loss is probably going to be $100 or something like that. Maybe you want to set a little looser, 200, right? You would have got stomped out on this trade right here. Either way, long or short, this would have been a really tough one. I would have got stomped out on that trade. But this is smart trading. Everybody I talk to, so many people I talk to, always feeling they have to be in a trade. You guys are running around trying to make Lambos in a day. And you guys have to stop that, right? And let me tell you why. Let me give you some good knowledge, right? If you are shorting this market right now, all we're doing is we are making money to lose money. That's all we're doing right now. We're just making money to lose money. The way I look at this is I make a BTC, I scrape it to USD. I make a BTC, I scrape it to USD. That's all I'm doing right now. As I'm trading, I'm just going down, I make a BTC, I scrape it off, I dump it to USD. Because we're making money to lose money. So if you made 3 BTC, right, and you're holding that BTC and you're trading that BTC as we're going down and down and down and down, right? You're trading to physically lose money. That's all you're doing. Because if you have your 3 BTC up here and the price takes a dump on you, your 3 BTC down here is only worth 9 grand. It was worth 16 here, but it's going to be worth 9 grand down here. And that's it. And how long are we going to be? If we get down here, how long are we going to be here? Right? So there's no hurry. Look at this. Everybody just needs to take a step back. And you just need to look at this. Right? You're all in a rush. Christmas comes one time a year. You guys are, and so many traders are acting like little kids that can't wait for Christmas. Right? We all just need to slow down. We just need to relax. We need to make smart trades. Look at all this opportunity, right? Look at all of it. All these beautiful swings up and down and up and down, right? Every one of these swings, super easy to make. Look at this. If you would have just been right here and you would have called that, oh, look at that golden cross, $200 trailing stop loss, boom, 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 hit here, snap, you're out of the trade. That's it. So I just want all of you to do me one favor, okay? Just one favor. Stop going all in and out on a trade, number one. Okay? No more going 100% in and 100% out. There's just no need for that. Right? 50% it, just inch your way into a trade. Inch your way into trades. Right? You know, 10%, 20%, 50%. But you should never be 100% in a trade. Number two is all of us need to set a goal for a scrape. Right? We all need to set up a goal. We all need to have a goal. Whether your goal is, I'm starting with 1 BTC and I'm going to slowly say, I am going to, over the 1 month, I'm going to make 1 BTC. And that's it. I want to make 1 BTC. I'm going to scrape it off. I'm not going to leave it in. I'm going to scrape that BTC off, and I'm going to make another one. Right? And what we're going to do is we're going to just slowly go down to wherever we're going to find the bottom here. And you should be stockpiling USD or fiat on the sideline. And then you're going to be ready to come in with that fiat that you've been scraping off slowly, and then you're going to really make the good money. The easy money is in a bull run. We all know that. We're all waiting for that. I'm waiting for it. I hate to sit here. This sucks, man. It sucks every day to hear people who are trapped in positions. You know, this sucks. I mean, God, it sucks to, oh, whoopee, you know, I made $500 today, right? Trading. I made $1,000 today trading. You know what makes me, I just giggle because I look and I go, golly, wow, what it was like to be here. You know, this was just, these were these are the good old days, right? These are the good old days. And you know what? Something like this, it's going to come again. It's going to happen. This is going to happen again. We're going to get a nice run, whether it's from 3,000 to, you know, to 10,000, we're going to get another one of these. It's going to happen again. It keeps happening over and over again. Right? But we just have to remember, it's like Christmas. We just got to wait. Wait it out. Wait it out. Be patient. Right? That's all I'm asking for. No more FOMOing 100% in, 100% out of trades, please. And number two is from now on, I want you guys just look for the layup trades. Look for the gimmies. Look for the easy money. You know, like here you go. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look at some very easy money trades, right? Here we go. These were easy money trades. These golden crosses were both easy money. These were great trades. Right? We had these. This was an amazing high money trade. We called this up. We called this down. We called this up. Right? And the issue is, the challenge is, where we're at right now in trading, in BTC, is it's so weak. You know, and we're all practicing a little hopeism. Even me, you know, my hopeism is to get to 4,800 and then give me a nice moonshot, and I'm going to buy in a whole bunch of alts. I've got a ton of money saved up. It's stocked up. I make a BTC, I throw it in fiat. I make a BTC, I throw it in fiat. I make a BTC, I just keep doing that. And I have a pretty goodly amount of money stocked away on the sideline right now that I'm just waiting to, I want to hit the bottom. And as soon as we hit that bottom, I'm just going to go crazy, right? And I'm not talking, you know, I'm not talking, oh, we're going to get a run here to 7,500. You know, and people want to know, where is the farthest we can run to? So I can show you this. Here is the farthest we can run to. And don't have that on here. Let me add it. Give me 1 second. All right. There it is. This is it. That's as high as we can go right now. Right? If this thing takes off today, this is as high as we'll go. We will not go any higher than 8,000. And then we'll get knocked down again. This will be the absolute top we can run to. This is not enough for me. This is a 1,000-point run from here. That's not a bear run. You know, we're at 60. We're almost, well, we were up. You know, we're almost at 6,800. You're just, you know, you're talking a little, well, by the time we did get up here, this will have continued to drop down. Maybe this will get down to 7,600. But, you know, yes, I will be buying. So that's another thing, okay? So when we do get down to the bottom, I will not be buying BTC, right? I'm going to be getting into alts, right? I mean, I got into, I don't know if you guys remember when we got way down, it was this right here. I bought into Tron at like 2 cents. It was like teetering back and forth between 2 and 3 cents. I bought in like, and I didn't buy enough. I bought in like 300,000 Tron for like 2 to 3 cents. It was good, you know, and I sold out too soon. I sold out way too soon on Tron. That was bad. That was bad. I'm a better trader now. I would have held on to Tron. I still would be holding Tron right now if I would have bought it at 2 to 3 cents. But yes, I will be looking to buy alts at the bottom. You know, I want to buy alts. I want to hold on to something. I'm only into one alt right now, so that's it. I'm in. Oh no, I lied. I'm in EOS also. I got an EOS trade. Okay, so right here, right now, I just, you know, I just feel that we've had too many easy trades lately. You know, we've just been handed some easy money. We came all the way down. We called the bottom exactly 5,800 to 5,750. I mean, it was just too easy. You know, we used the support and the resistance lines to call this. This was just, it was a gimme. This was gimme money. You know, we've called the crosses. We called everything up to this point. Right now, at this point where we're at, this is just a very confusing candle setup right here. So this is where this came from. So I was chatting with a member earlier. I was doing a one-on-one. And our whole discussion was about where we're at today, and why he feels he needs to be in a trade, and in this particular situation right here, we've got a lot of mixed signals going on. So when I look at this trade setup, like I was talking to Johnny today, so Alt 1, so we were talking today on the phone. Johnny loaded up shorts at 67.50. He had a bunch of shorts loaded. He actually dumped a bunch of them. He's still sitting on them, and he's looking to reload shorts again. So he was using the targets we had set, and that's good trading right there, right? That's good trading because he saw the candle come down. This is kind of a bastardized inverted hammer, right? This is just a little too long right here. This is a little too long. This is just a really, I would have liked to see this body bigger. So I look at this as not a very bullish candle like I would like to see a fully formed. And let's go and we can take a look at that real quick here. So if you go over here, see this is a much better formed. See, it's not quite as long. See, just a little too long down here, right? Here's another inverted hammer. Here's another inverted hammer. Now, this is a very suspect candle right here. And the thing that worries me in this particular situation on the daily chart is what you've got this squeeze happening. This is your fingers. Imagine if this is your fingers and this is your thumb and this is a pimple. And you're literally about to squeeze and pop a pimple. Right? This is exactly what this looks like to me. Like somebody's squeezing and this thing is just going to go plack. It's going to explode. Yeah, and exactly. Paul, I agree. This is a very, very suspect candle right here, right? And looking at this candle right here, so the first thing I did is I started to dig into this and I said, okay, this could be lining up for an engulfing candle. This is a bearish engulfing candle, so it is clearly engulfing, right? So we could be setting up an engulfing candle situation. This is just I'm at a point where I don't like the volume. I just don't like the volume, right? Where we're at right now. This is a spinning top candle, but this has got way too much time to call this candle right now. So we have way too much time. So the first thing I did, I said, you know what? Let's go over here. Now this candle, you should all slow down and you need to take a look at this candle because this candle is a very, very dangerous candle on the 3-day, right? If you are in a bearish trade right now, you have a little over, so it's let's call it 8:30 right now. We're headed towards midnight. You got like 6, what do you got? You've got a very short time window for this particular candle to drastically change. So this is an extremely bearish candle. Like, there it is, right? Look at this, look at that, look at that. Right? And I'm sure I can show you a couple other examples of that, but this is this is as bearish as it gets, folks. I mean, this thing is just as bearish as it gets. This is a super bearish candle that we're sitting on right here, and we need to be very aware. There's, what do we got, 12 hours to close this candle, right? So 16 hours, what is 16 hours to close the candle. So it's going to go by fast. It's going to go by fast. Right? And this is where we really need to just watch. So I personally would advise not to be into a trade. You don't need to be in a trade right now. Just sit on the sideline right now and wait for this candle to close. This candle is going to be your layup trade call. This is going to be our no FOMO trade. When this candle closes, if this candle closes and it looks like this, and it still looks like this, then this is going to be an easy short trade. It's just that simple. You're going to have a very high probability trade here. And this high probability trade has a massive degree of success attached to it. Right? So as you get closer and this thing gets closer to close, if this still looks like this, you know, you can jump in. I would personally jump into this candle with at least half my position and a 3x leverage, right? That's what I would do. Now, can this thing go both ways? Can this thing squeeze both ways? Yes, it can. This can definitely go both ways. You know, right now, it's got a lot of time. A lot of things can happen. You know, but this is your trade setup. So I would be sitting on the sidelines unless you are already in a short at 67.50 up here in this top range. I would just be just chilling on the sidelines right now, waiting for this puppy to close. Right? All right, do we have any questions? Anybody got any questions for me? Wow, 175 people watching. That's actually pretty damn good on a holiday. Hey, Iron, thank you, buddy. Man, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you all joining me. But I do want to take a couple questions, see if anybody does have any questions. Doesn't look good. No, I don't think anybody's got any questions. I'm stuck in Key and ETH on Binance. The MAs I use the 30, the 7, and the 50. And then I also use the 128 day. The 128 day you only use on the daily. Abby, hold on a second. Abby, what's your question? Abby's question is she's in Key and ETH on Binance. Okay, so if you're on Binance, you are then in a long trade, Abby. So I would be really careful because what happens is all the alts pretty much, other than Binance, I feel Binance is really just such a very strong coin. It can go the opposite direction of BTC. Are there any seasoned people in there? Oh, yeah. We have Swad. Swad's in here. Actually, Johnny's in. Johnny's in the private Discord. Swad's in the Discord. Peak Ascent is in the Discord. Once we get to the bottom, I will have RMB. He's Crypto Warrior on Twitter. The guy is an absolute alt beast. He's an alt beast. That guy just, I don't know how he does it, man, but he is an alt beast, you know. And then, of course, Until 1 Million, man, he just calls the alt calls. Just unbelievable. Listen, I am not charting alts. I am not playing alts until I see a bull run. Once we go to a bull run, that's all I'll be doing. I'll just be charting like 4 or 5 alts that I think will be really, really good high net positions. You can find our Discord. It's inside of my description and my Twitter. Would 68.50 be a good stop loss on a short right now? It depends, Michael, where you're at in your stop loss. If I was you, if I was neutral in my stop loss right now, if I was neutral in my stop loss at this very point, Michael, I would probably pull out half of my position and just chill. I would just wait. And let's see what happens. You know, that the issue is you look at this daily over here. So you're looking at this daily candle, and you're looking at this squeeze happening. Now here's what's going to happen if this candle does close above, and we get the 30 and the 7 doing a golden cross below this. This is a very dangerous place if you're in a short. That's why I'm saying wait for it to close. You need to wait because here, if this golden cross, this is a dangerous place to be in a short at because you are teetering on top of this 12-hour candle. If it does close above the price, you will get a golden cross below it. Now, that golden cross is still a day or two away. I mean, this is going to not happen for probably a day or two. but you don't want the price to be on the top side of this golden cross when that does close. A golden cross and a death cross is, so let me show you here. So a death cross is when the price action is below the crossover of two major MAs. A golden cross is when the price action is above the cross. So what happens is you get this this cyclical event. So you get a golden cross with a price spike, death cross with a dump. All right, and that's kind of what you're always looking for. Can you say his Twitter again? Who's Twitter? Swad HD, until 1 mil. Both of you guys are not following them. I would hit them up on Twitter. I'd follow them. Also, Crypto Warrior. Follow Crypto Warrior if you guys are trying to do, if you guys are trading alts. I do Crypto Warrior, and I would follow Until 1 Million for alt trading. Should I exit to Tether till the direction is confirmed? Hey Al, sorry, what's your question again, Al? Al, what was your question? If I'm a big bag holder, should I exit to Tether till direction is confirmed? So this is another good chat that we had today. It was on Tether. I feel that if I'm not saying this is going to happen, once again, if the price were to drop into the $4,000 region, right? If the price were to drop into the $4,000 region, I would be suspect on Tether. Okay, I scrape all my money and I put it in Coinbase. I'm in USD on Coinbase. So I want to be sitting in a very low leveraged exchange. You know, I just don't like Tether. I don't trust Tether. I don't know. I think the US, what's the new one? The True USD. I'm not sure how that is, but it's a pain in the butt to get in and out of it on Binance. I just had to do it. I went into True USD and I was sitting in there, and then I went to buy into my alt position, my EOS, and then I was trying to buy. I'm like, why can't I buy this damn EOS? And so I had to go from True USD to USDT to EOS, and it was kind of a pain in the butt. So if the price goes below the golden cross, does that have a significant impact on the probability of pump? Well, technically it can't be a golden cross if the price is below it. I'm sorry, if the price is below it, it would then become a death cross. Can you explain? You mean two major MAs? You mean yeah? So any major MA can cross. Not the 128. Don't count the 128. We use the 128 as a guideline for a top and bottom. So that's all this is. This 128 is and I've done this in my previous video. So you just got to go back and watch my other videos. You can see how the 128 over history has called every single there. I mean, it's too uncanny how the 128 day there, rode the line. I mean, this is all this did. The 128, if you do set up the 128 on your chart, it's a long range chart, you'll see how accurate the 128 day was. And it's just too freaky accurate. Bang there. So, you know, it held us down there, popped there. So we should reset at some point. We are going to come back up and touch the 128. I just think I'm looking for this last dip down here to like 4,800-ish. I would like to see 4,800, and the reason I say 4,800 because this is a major support zone for me when I'm looking at my charts. I like this line. I like this level right here. I want to come down here. I want to bang on top of that. I want to just pound like a trampoline. Like this is a trampoline. Boing, boing, boing. I just want to come down and bounce right inside of this trampoline cup and jump up and touch this. Which alts do you see splitting from BTC the quickest? You know, I mean, I would like to see as we get down to the bottom, I'm going to really try to be looking at some of the majors. So I would like to see some pretty good action on, you know, I really feel, God, Jesus. I mean, I really feel if we get Litecoin down to like, don't shoot me if you're a Litecoin fan, $30. I mean, I think you can double your money on Litecoin. I think if this gets down, if we get down here to $4,800, I think Litecoin will be $30. And you know, you're looking at Litecoin, which is a pretty good coin. You can get a lot of them for $30, and I think it does have, it could possibly get back to $50, $60 as we go back up and touch this 128-day line. Yeah, which would be, I mean, you'd be doubling your money. And be doubling your money. Now, remember, there's a lot of low cap alts out there that are also gonna double. So you just really wanna be very picky on big runs up like this, because alts will not move with this price action. BTC kind of takes off and leaves everything behind. So you want to be careful what alts you're choosing. When we do get down here, we will look. And yes, I do hold the bag of scroll. I do hold a big bag of scroll right now. The 3-day chart on the 3rd of June. Yep, yeah, let's pull it up here. Pulling up the 3-day chart. And so we're going to pull up the 3-day chart here on the 3rd of June. I'm going to go back. Yep, there it is. Okay, so we got the 3-day chart at the 3rd of the... Yeah, so right here, this was... So this support line wouldn't have helped you the 128 days. So we're just going to pull that off. That would not have acted as support. Here, when I see this right here, actually, let me put that back on there. That's kind of interesting. That's bad, but that's interesting. So if this is above us, this is actually bad. On the 128 days, so I'm just going to take that off. So here you can see we came down. Here's the 3rd of June. This created the same candle. It kind of moved sideways for a little bit. This is, you know, some bouncing around, and then we dropped. Now here we didn't have the same support. We did below us. We had the 7 MA was below us, so we did not have. This is actually 7 worked as resistance for this drop. And this is the only thing holding us up from falling out of the sky. I don't know if you've watched my videos before, but there's a zone. So basically, once you get below this area, this is pretty much a free fall from here, from 5,400, 5,500 to 4,800 is a free fall. There's zero support in here. There's nothing. So if we go down, we have to hold this 57 to 54. We have to hold, oh, hold on a second. There we are. Sorry about that. My internet sucks. Sorry about that. So you see, if we break down below this, so we came down and we touched this 5,700 range where the support was perfectly, right? We bounced off this. So this was a great reversal candle right here. We came down, we found support right here perfectly. The issue is we've tested it once. If we come down here and test it again, we're going to go through it. If we go through it, I'm telling you, there's nothing at all to stop us until 47.86, and this is where I see the big bounce. LTC $30, yeah, sorry man. What's your opinion on whether we immediately bounce off it? No, we are going to be looking for a bounce off of it, and it will be a violent bounce off of it. Yeah. All right, do we have any more questions? Let me see here. Boy, wow. All right, any other questions? I just kind of wanted to go, let's take a look at our charts, just do a really quick update on the bubble charts. So let me show you what I'm seeing on the bubble chart. I'm going to bring this down to 12 hours. Okay, so here's what I see on the bubble chart when I see the comparison. So we've got our bubble chart right here. Right here was the peak. So this day was the second. This is the second right here of July where we hit this peak, right? And you can see that our price action was clearly above. Then we had the drop down, and that correlated with this drop down. Now we had this massive run up, but you see we haven't broken the same top. So this shows really a high level of weakness right now in BTC. This is another worrying sign for me. So this does not look good. So we have the price action moving up. Excuse me, but the RSI is not following it and is not correlated with it. So that is a warning sign. Let me close this up here. So this is a warning sign for me. I'm just not feeling this right here. Now we have approached a second time. So we did, when this came down, this came all the way down, almost touched the blue circle, which is a bounce circle, and then it bounced back up. So we're back up here and about to touch the pink circle again. Pink circles are dump circles historically, where there's a whole bunch of them. So we can see that. So for those people, so when you do hit the pink circle, you fall out. It's not pretty. This pink circle is a fallout. So these are, this pink line right here does have a lot of resistance and support both on it. What I don't like about what's going on right now is I just don't like that the RSI is not moving. And so really our RSI should be right here. This is where it should be. We should be way up here. And what's happening is this is a lot of lateral sideways. We actually got sideways movement. So let's also look at the difference between the 12-hour chart candle. Now here was a very nice setup for an inverted hammer. What I don't like is that an inverted hammer should, where did that thing go? Dang it. So an inverted hammer should actually, hold on, let me pull up this chart real quick. Yeah, let me grab this candle. All right. So an inverted hammer should be at the bottom of the trend right here. This candle would have been great right here. This was a really good rejection candle. This was a hanging man candle. This is a great rejection candle. This is perfect for that long trade we made off the golden cross. But it just, I would have liked to have seen this candle here. I don't like this candle here because people are like, oh my God, no, that's still an inverted hammer. It is at the bottom of a trend. If this would have then happened down here, this would be an inverted hammer. Ah, oh, my internet sucks. What is going on with my internet? Sorry, guys. My internet keeps cutting out. Sorry. I'm in a rental house. Don't judge me. So here, this is actually up higher. So it's kind of in the, it is, but it isn't. It's a confused inverted hammer is what it is. That's what this looks like to me. It's a confused inverted hammer, right? And, right, so let's see what we got. I thought a death cross was any value lower MA. Yeah, no, it's irregardless of what Lee. It can be any. It doesn't matter when you do death crosses or golden crosses. It doesn't matter. We're just looking for major MAs to do it. And remember, we use the 7 MA because we trade 7 days. We use the 30 for 30 days a month, and then I have no idea why we use the 50, but it just works. Yeah, so we have one more. Let's pull up our bubble chart here on our. So we got our bubble chart over here on the on the MACD. This is our MACD. So here's our bubble chart, our MACD. So I called this out that when it crossed this line that you should be scalping. And this is a good scalp. This was a good scalp. This is a good call right here. You should have been making money. In fact, this line right here was this right here. So this would have been a long trade that you would have been in. You could still be inside this long trade. And I think it might, I have not checked my EOS trade. I'll have to get on there and see if I got my stop loss snapped on it. But it's still open. It's still open. I never even went and looked at it. It's all right. So I am watching this. Once again, I'm watching this for weakness. This does not show me that this has to stop anywhere in here. So this thing just, I mean, there's no reason for this not to keep going. So once again, another reason to be sitting on the sidelines, letting this candle close, right? If this candle were to close on the 3-day as a super massive bear candle, then I expect to see this thing just tink over and fall off. Right, so here you can see here where it fell off. You can see here where it fell off. So it perfectly has hit this level a couple times, and that's kind of what I'm looking for right here. You know, but once again, you can run. There's room to run in this candle. So this is not a layup trade for us. This is not an easy trade to be in. So this is a warning sign. You know, just sit on the sidelines, wait for the trade to come to you. Okay, let's take a look at one more thing. I want to take a look at one more thing, and we'll make this a pretty short video today. And I want to bring up volume. So let's bring up our volume here, and for some reason, green, red, brighter. All right, there we go. So we've talked about the volume, and let's look at it on the 12-hour chart first. Just suspect volume. Just very suspect. So you know, as you back up, you can see as we back up on the 12-hour chart, you can see where our volume is at. It's very suspect. This is extremely weak. There's just no follow-through action on this. I'd like to see volume. It doesn't give me a lot of hope right here. I know people are asking for us to punch higher. I mean, I do think this can go up still a little bit. I still think there's a little room to run here, but once again, I'm going to watch this candle close in 12 to 16 hours, and we're going to see where we're at. Let's pull up the volume on the daily. Here's our daily volume. So we are only 9 hours into this candle. You know, there's still a lot of daytime to go here. And this candle's still sitting here as a spinning top. You know, once again, I'm really neutral on this position right here. I'm really neutral. I just want to watch this thing close. Yeah. What if a candle closes green? Even if it closes green, it's still a hanging man candle. So it's gonna, you know, it's still gonna look like this. So you see that one right there. So if this closes like this on the, this is still a very bearish candle, still bearish. Let's see if we can find a green hanging man here. There's a green hanging man. Not good at all. So if you're, you know, this, we're comparing this to the 3-day chart. So look, here's a green hanging man. Let's see if we can, oh look, see here's a red hanging man. So look at this candle right here. So take a look at that red candle right there. Right, and now I'm going to flip this over to the 3-day. Right, it's just, this is still just not, this is not a good setup. Green or red, it's still a hanging man. This needs to, we need to blow the top off this thing. We need to blow the top off this thing, get up here to 7K, and then make a nice easy trade candle. Or we need to just close this baby out just like this and make this an easy trade candle for us. Where can I find the bubble chart? You know, that's really for our paid members group. That's where it's at. I do have it posted on the 24-hour stream. Okay, I use a stop market. I do not use stop limits. I advise against using a stop limit. If you are using stop limits, I do advise against it. I have had my stop limit ripped through, and I took a pretty substantial beating one time when my stop limit was ripped through in a can. It'll just rip right through your stop limit. By the time the candles are open or closed, it's very easy. If you want to know what time, everyone's charts, all of your trading view charts should not be set to your home country time. They should be set to UTC. All the candles open and close based on UTC time. So you go down here, and then you can select from any of the time zones, but I always run UTC. How can I tell? No problem. Anybody have any other questions? Is a trailing stop using a limit or market executing? Good question. I don't know, Gory. I apologize for not knowing the answer to that, but I do not know. So okay to fill. Yeah, DM. That's still what I'm looking for. I'm still looking for one more pop up, but listen, I have shorts layered. Does it mean it's going to get to them? No. Am I playing this as a long position? No, I'm not. I just let's look at let's look at where the here you go. You got the 50 MA. The 50 MA is a very powerful moving average. It is sitting at 7,000. I do think we could pop up and poke this, and then that would kind of be the end of our run, simply because we have a very low volume level. People just don't have any faith right now. People have no faith in these pumps anymore. Thank you very much, Al. I appreciate that. Yes, my short position was in my bubble. So I did have a short position in my bubble which it did hit my bubble. Gisele, I would say at this point, let's wait until this daily candle closes, and then we'll see. Yes, I have shorts loaded up higher, but I'm just going to wait and see. I'm not going to jump in anything. I'm not going to FOMO. I'm not going to do anything. And then my stop loss is actually set above the 50 MA, so my stop loss is at 7,100. Are you looking for a 9 on the 3-day? Yeah, so let's go our TD sequential count. I do use the free one on TradingView. So this is... So we're 6 days into green candles. If you count this one, this would be 7 days into green candles. So this one, I would kind of count this one as a green candle. We have 7 days into this. If we do get up here, kind of get a little sideways action, get up here, give us a 9 like this. This would once again be an amazing layup. Then this is where... This was an amazing trade area. This was an easy layup. This is an easy setup for us. And we're looking for the same thing. Just chill. Just sit on the sideline. And you don't even have to put short orders up here. You don't have to take the risk. You can just wait for this price action to happen because of these MAs, because of this sequential count, which is, we're in. So what if it falls out? So what? Who cares? Who cares if this falls out? Who cares if this goes up 500 points? Right? We have years and years of trading to catch the right trade. This is just a very risky place to make this kind of a trade. This was a home run place to make this trade. Watching this TD sequential go up to 9 and then form this little, almost a shooting star here was a very easy layup trade, right? This was a layup. This was a gimme. The candle position also matters. Yes, the candle position totally matters. Yes, it completely matters. Yeah, I definitely look at, so here, all right, let's look at this candle right here. This candle right here, if it was on the bottom right here, this would have been an amazing, amazing trade. This would have been an amazing long trade tell. So we would have seen this candle, this hanging man at the bottom. This would have been great. And let's see if we can go find one. Here's kind of a hanging man right here. This is a good one. This is a good hanging man. So this isn't a really good hanging man. This is a good one. This would have been a good long trade right here. You know, spinning top, a shooting star candle. This would have been, you know, the opposite. A spinning top, doji. Once again, this would have been a tough trade right here. You know, you came down and then you just bled. This just bled. You would have been actually. This would have been a pretty good long call. This would have been a good long call. This just would have been a hard trade right there. I would have got stomped out of this trade. If I was trading the TD sequential and candles, I would have bombed this trade totally. No, it's irregardless. I mean, really, when these golden crosses happen, the golden crosses take precedent over whatever candles are in place. I mean, the golden crosses or the death crosses just seem to have almost a trump card, and it's irrelevant what candle is where and what. Because look at this hanging man candle. This is just wicked. This would have been, I would have been. This candle would have closed. I would have placed a long trade if I would have just been trading on the candle. If I would have been trading on the death cross, the death cross would have trumped. I would have looked at this candle first and gone, and then I would have looked at the death cross and I got a short. You can't believe in the candle, believe in the death cross. This shows you death crosses beat candles. What indicator is that with the numbers on the candles? That is the TD sequential count. You can find that. It's called TD sequential. It is free. It's an indicator. It is free on TradingView. If I didn't have put shorts, I would have missed it. You know, I mean, this is, you know, it's a game. This is a very tough game. It's no different than any game you play in life. We're just looking for the easy setups to make the easy points. Yeah, it's irrelevant. Even if it's really high up, it's still. So here you see you got the death cross. I mean, it didn't affect this as much. You know, here it did. Here you had the golden cross, and you can see you had a huge price reaction after the golden cross. This, not so much. But it does have a reaction. It historically, over and over and over, it does. Sean, awesome buddy. Thank God I'm helping somebody. Feels better every day when I know I'm actually helping people trade smart. And you know, listen, it's a lot easier. You know, I have my trade set up and I recommend it to everybody, you know, 10, 25, 50, right? And 10, 10, 10, 25. So there's lots of ways to get in trades, like looking at this particular trade right here, where we're at. You know, my charts, here's all my resistance points that I have. See, once you break this resistance point, you know, it's kind of gets, you got room in here to run. So there's room in here to go all the way up to 7,100 right here before you find this, you know, some really heavy support and resistance above here. You know, we're in a really, we're heavy. Here's a really heavy layer right here. Here's a heavy layer. So I'm looking at 68.80. If the bulls break 68.80, then you know, we can talk. We can have a bull talk. This is a pretty good target to get up here. I just think once they get up here, this MA is going to hammer them back down. All right, everybody. I appreciate it, and thank you very much for your time. Like I said, I am still I'm bearish because of the volume, right? I'm neutral because of these candle positions, right? I still have a higher target I still think we can get up here to a higher target. I am neutral. I'm turning neutral to bullish on this, on the MACD chart right there, right? This TD sequential count on the daily is just of no help whatsoever. So this is not helping me. Come on, go off. Seriously, did my chart just freeze up? Unbelievable. Wow. Dude, my chart just froze. Unbelievable.